And good morning, everybody. I have a low network connection. It says, well, we'll see. Good morning. Happy Saturday to you. This is Cindy from Ask Nurse Cindy, coming to you from the very famous, or maybe it's infamous, studio, which is my car. And if you see the car seat in the back there, I'm going to go pick up my grandson, Joshua, and we're going to have a great day together. And I wanted to talk to you for a few minutes this morning. For those of you that aren't long-term followers of me, I've been a registered nurse for 40 years, 41 this year, come May. And I have been following the ketogenic lifestyle for about 2.5 years now. I have been morbidly obese my entire life up until now. I mean, from my earliest remembrance, I was a very fat child. I was overweight. In high school was senior class president, but I had chosen the very outgoing, hi Lauren Getman, my daughter, and good morning everybody as you're hopping on. So what we're going to talk about today, and so I've lost 75 pounds. Let me try to stay on task today. I've lost 75 pounds so far, most of it in the first year and a half, and then very, very slow going since then. Still have about 25 pounds to lose, but I'm okay with that. Hi, Kathy Dowdy. Kathy, you are doing amazing. I'm so proud of you. That's my good friend from high school, and I think you've lost close to 100 pounds. My family's down over 900 pounds, and I just wanted to talk to you about the importance of keto kindness. I started a series. I was looking back through some very old videos where on Saturdays I talked about psychology. And Saturday psychology means taking a few minutes and sort of regrouping, taking a big sigh, and thinking about what we're thinking about. So today our topic is about keto kindness. Now, really, there's no keto kindness, but I want to talk to you about being kind as you go through this journey, especially if you're over 45 or 50, especially like me if you're over 60. I'll be 62 in just a couple of months. And especially if you have been chubby, obese, overweight, you name it, for a good number of years or decades, because it takes time. We're not 30 or 35. I hadn't just gained the weight in 5 years. I had been overweight my entire life and always the largest person in my nursing school class and my high school class. Back when I was growing up, there wasn't the obesity epidemic that there is today. So when we walk through this journey, and it is a journey. We have a destination. It'll vary by person. But as we walk through this journey, and please feel free to hit the share button. Any of my videos are done. It's not a moneymaker for me. It's a testimony. You can't have a testimony unless you've gone through some tests, right? And I want others to find the freedom that I found on a low carbohydrate keto lifestyle. And keto is a very common term these days. Ketogenic is what it's keto short for ketogenic, which means that you choose your food in a way that your body has the opportunity to use fat for fuel instead of carbohydrates. And when we do that, we find, or I have found, and research is showing that there's a lot of metabolic changes that happen in your body, and you have more energy and more mental clarity, and inflammation goes down because sugar is sticky and it sticks to proteins inside of our body and creates a cascade of inflammation. So as we go through this journey, I was on a video the other day with Lauren, or I think it was with Lauren, and we were talking. I said, yeah, I've been in just about a 1-year stall. Now, I'm not going to the gym and busting a gut and working out, and I'm not like doing 3-day fasts to get down. I think I'm sort of in a place where I'm like, yeah, I could go further, and I will. Oh, my low network connection. But I also want, and I'm sorry if the connection goes in and out. I'm sitting in a very windy situation in a parking lot. My hair's sort of crazy, but I wanted to take a minute and talk to you about the value of kindness, because when we are too harsh on ourselves, when we keto police ourselves, like, oh my God, I shouldn't have that, or oh my God, I can't believe you did that, and I can't believe I messed up over the holidays, or I can't believe I ate that. You plug in whatever you want in the blank, or whatever you've done or haven't done. I haven't gone to the gym. I was supposed to do this. I was supposed to do that. Hi, Tina. As we are thinking about this lifestyle, as we are judging ourselves, we are oftentimes harshly judging. And in fact, I hate the word judge. Makes me feel like I'm going to have to, you go to the judge and you're worried about what the judge is going to say, yet we judge ourselves. And when we judge ourselves, when we're harsh to ourselves, if someone says something and we take that and we let it fester inside of us, and we're not kind and we're not gracious to ourselves, and we're not understanding of our own frailties and our own weaknesses, then a lot of things start cascading into our brain, and it's feelings of failure or not good enough, or I should have been perfect. The wind is so big, my car is shaking. That is hilarious. I guess big is not a good word with wind. The wind is so strong, and our feelings can be strong too. And if we allow them to have us feel, and you can't control what thought drops in your mind, but we can certainly control what we do with it. And when it's a good thought, when we feel good things about ourselves, we tend to put and I've talked about this, we put our shoulders back and our chin up and our chest up, and we feel more confident. And when we allow negative thoughts to filter in and stay, if we don't flick them off, and I've done a video about just getting rid of negative thoughts and turning your mind to good things and complimenting yourself. Yes, you messed up, or Cindy, you should have gone to the gym, or you didn't do your Papa squats yesterday, which I didn't. I can focus on that, and I can start feeling bad about myself, and my car just started again, and I don't feel kindly disposed to the efforts I am making, the progress I have made. It's very hard to combat our brain when we let it cascade into being harsh with ourselves or not kind. So my word to you is be encouraged. Be of good cheer. Be kind to yourself. I try to have this page be a very kind place where we are not judgmental, and that we realize that there's probably 1,000 different ways to do low carb / keto. You don't have to eat 80% fat to lose weight. Look at what Dr. Eric Westman on Adapt Your Life, he's a professor at Duke, what he says and what he does with his obesity and lifestyle medicine clinic. He doesn't have them drink bulletproof coffee or fatty coffee. He doesn't give them unlimited fat. If their goal, he says often that his place is a place of last resorts. People get sent to him when nothing else has worked. And so keto or low carb lifestyle is yours, and you get to choose what works for you and what types of food you want to eat. If you eat a lot of fat, and I have come so far understanding the role of fat in my life. I really used to think fat was almost unlimited and all the butter you want. In fact, I probably need to pull down a few of my earlier videos where I just wasn't educated enough. When I give fat to my body, which gives me satiety and it gives food flavor, and it's an important thing because it doesn't really spike my insulin, it spikes my blood sugar and therefore my insulin, I am going to allow my body to turn that into ketones. Or I can keep my fat lower, and I can allow my body more sort of to be forced to pull fat from my bottom, my arms, my chinny chin chin, as Butter Bob used to say. So I want us to be okay when we stumble, okay if we're not perfect, because when we look at perfection being what we have to be, we are going to start judging ourselves, and we're not going to find ourselves worthy, and we're going to make choices that are even more harmful to ourselves. So how are you kind to yourself? What do you guys do? I'm really working on my mind. I'm really working on the power. Hi, Kim. I'm really working on the power of my thought life, and these inches in between my ears, my brain impacts my heart, and my heart and my brain together will cause me to either work towards what's good for me or to give up and just feel defeated. And so I want you to know that no matter where you're at, no matter the choices you've done, you've gained knowledge, you've gained awareness, you have a better understanding of what you eat impacts in many ways what you feel. So that's it. It's just about keto kindness. Be kind to each other. Be gracious to yourself. I think if I asked you to be kind to any one person at all, if I were to choose one person for you to be kind to, it would be you. Because when you're kind to yourself and you accept where you are, and you ask for help, and you listen to videos like this, and you listen to podcasts that make you feel uplifted and positive and empowered because you've got more knowledge, then you have a much better likelihood you'll reach your healthcare goals. Don't compare yourself. Be kind to yourself. take today to take a few deep breaths. Just go outside. Even though it was windy, I was standing outside because I've been listening to some podcasts about the value of being outdoors and the value of sunlight, even when it's cold. And just go out and take a breath or two and say, I'm worth it. And I'm not perfect. None of us are. And I can make this simple, satisfying, and sustainable. And I can be kind to myself. So that's it for me. I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic day. Please hit the share button and let others know that kindness is, well, they say it's a virtue, but I think it's a necessary thing. It's the one thing that if we're not kind to ourselves, if we're too harsh, too judgmental, we get too wrapped up into the exact macros, it will become overwhelming and it'll be much more likely that we'll drop off. So you guys are very kind. I'm so glad you are with me today, and you have a fantastic Saturday. If you like my Saturday psychology, where we talk about how important what we think about and what we do, yeah, what we eat is important, but how are we going to arm ourselves or gird ourselves to be kind? What are we going to do? First off, we have to be forgiving of ourselves. There's so much we can talk about. So if there's topics that you'd like to know about, whether it's fatty liver or whether it's about the power of positive thinking, meditation and prayer, there's so much value in being quiet and contemplating all the blessings that we have. So I hope you guys have a very great day. I'm going to sign off for now. Take care. Bye.